One of the best untapped dropshipping marketplaces is Poshmark. Now, the reason being is because it's not as simple to dropship on Poshmark as it is on other marketplaces. Unlike marketplaces like eBay, Amazon, and Facebook, for example, where you can simply input the tracking number from your supplier into the order, with Poshmark, you need to ship using their specific label. This presents a major challenge because you can't just order the product directly to your customer and give the tracking number to the marketplace in order to get paid. But that's a good thing. Because it's not as easy, there's also barely any competition on there. Full disclosure, dropshipping on Poshmark will not make you a millionaire, but you can easily make an extra $1,000 a month in profit on the site. Honestly, in my opinion, makes it a great side hustle for anybody to start, especially if you already dropship on other platforms as well, then it's a no-brainer. I barely spend any of my time or any of my attention on Poshmark, and it still pulls me in about an extra $1,000 a month in profit, which isn't bad for another stream of income in a dropshipping business that I'm already doing every single day. Poshmark is a public company. Its market cap currently is almost $1 billion, so it's not a small company that's like not worth your time to list with. Primarily, Poshmark buyers are clearly looking for clothes. That's what they built the platform on. A majority of the listings that I put up are in fact clothing. But they recently started to expand their product catalog, so now you can pretty much list anything on the site. And because a majority of Poshmark shoppers are women looking for clothes, you can really reach a specific type of buyer that you might not otherwise reach on other platforms that you're dropshipping on. So before I take you through listing a few example dropship products on Poshmark, understand that there's two main ways to dropship on the platform. The first way is to order the products to you and then use the Poshmark label, because one of the issues that I said is you have to use the Poshmark label. So you can order the products to you using Amazon Prime or Walmart Plus, or really any website that delivers them really relatively fast within like a day or two, sometimes 3 you can get away with, and then use the label and ship it out to the customer. Now, this does take a little bit of extra legwork. You do obviously have to either leave it in your mailbox so that the postman can pick it up, or drop it off to the post office, or put it in one of those blue bins. And it also does involve like you spending a little bit of time to package it up and label it, which doesn't really take that much effort. But the benefit of this, I call it dropship arbitrage, by the way. The benefit of this is that you really can list as many listings as you want without having to store the inventory. It's just like fulfilling it like you bought the products ahead of time. You're staying sort of within the terms of service of Poshmark, and you're shipping out using the Poshmark label, so you really won't get caught or run into any issues doing this. And you can, as long as you're willing to like put the legwork a little bit and like package products up and ship them out, you can really scale this really easily. Now, it does take a little bit of legwork, so what a lot of people do decide to do is option number 2. And that's where you order the product to the customer from your supplier, just like you would with any other dropshipping business. But then at the same time, since you also have to use the Poshmark label, you can ship it to them with a thank you note. 2 options, dropship arbitrage or dropshipping with a thank you note. They both work well. So the first example of a product we're gonna list on Poshmark is from Amazon. Now, because this is an Amazon Prime product, it's really easy to either choose whether we want to do the dropship arbitrage, which, because it's coming to our house within a day or two realistically, then we can package it back out. That's typically what I recommend for most people. Or you could obviously do this with a thank you note too, and it's better this way with a thank you note as well, because then you don't have to hold on to the thank you note for a few days and time it right to make sure that the jacket gets there before the thank you note does. So just like you would copy this to Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shop, or realistically anywhere, we're gonna copy this to Poshmark, right? And Zdrop does the same thing. Zdrop's always linked in the description. I believe you can save like $1. There's a deal down there. Grab it. It's a game changer of a software. Now you have the photos, you have the title, you have the description. I would say if you're dropshipping on Poshmark, mark it up more than 40%. Typically, I would say mark it up at least 60% because the Poshmark fees are the highest on any marketplace. I usually almost double when I'm marking it up on Poshmark. You don't sell as much, but when you do sell, you make a decent profit. Category, we're gonna categorize it. And just like I said, it's primarily geared around clothing, but you also see that they introduced the kids category, the home category, the electronics category, and the pets category, okay? All with their own subcategories in there. So you can pretty much list anything on Poshmark now. It's not just clothes. This is a men's jacket, so that's what we're gonna go after, men's jacket and coat. So we have a small, medium, small to double X, 5 of them in there, just so you don't have to worry about your quantity every time. The original price doesn't matter. I always keep that 0. The listing price matters. So it marked it up to $112, which was a markup of 40%. I'm gonna mark this all the way up to $159. And just to show you one example of a random other product that I always use this product as an example when I'm listing. It's just always the first one that pops up. So again, we're gonna copy this to Poshmark. This is an automotive organizer for your car. We're gonna move the picture around because that's clearly not the best picture. This one's the best. Now category, it's gonna be home because there's no other category that really fits it. You could use storage and organization, you can go other. I'm gonna go storage and organization because obviously it's storage for a car. If it doesn't fit a category, just put it in home and other. And obviously Poshmark's expanding. You can see that from the categories that they're introducing slowly. Once you list products on the site, there's two main ways that you can get traffic to your listings. The first is organic search traffic. This is where the amount of listings that you have up matter. It's simple math. And the second one is people coming to your closet from sharing or from parties. This is where the automation software comes in. Now, I personally use Simple Posture. It's like $10 a month. It's super worth it. It shares for me all day while I'm doing other things and brings traffic to my listings. And ever since I started automating my closet and the sharing of my closet with this software, my sales have been much more consistent. If you want to learn how to use Simple Posture, I highly recommend checking the tutorial up in the right-hand corner right now. That will explain it in depth, how you can use it in several different ways to bring more eyes and more traffic to your listings. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any value from it whatsoever, please give it a like. I genuinely appreciate it. Until next time.